Hello and welcome to Microsoft Excel course Advanced Part 4 using cell and range names. In Part 4, we will discuss how to define a cell and a range name, how we can use that defined range name in a formula, and once a range has been defined, how we can edit and delete a range name. We'll discuss all these things with the help of an example. We have an example of a product list over here which we will make use of for discussing cell and range names. Now in the previous videos of Excel course for beginners, we have already discussed what is a range, what are the different types of range in details. You can refer to those videos. Just a quick recap. Range is a collection of selected cells which we use in a formula. Now, naming a range makes it convenient to use it in formulas compared to cell coordinates, and is useful when we are working with a large spreadsheet. We don't have to refer to the coordinates time and again in a formula. We can simply type in the name of a range and that will work for us. Now take an example. We have the product IDs over here: name, price, discounted price and quantity. We have two more data over here: delivery charges and special discount. When we are doing the calculation, say trying to find out the total quantity ordered and then applying some delivery charges, instead of typing in the delivery charges time and again, we can refer to this delivery charge with the name, with the help of a cell name. So how to define a name for this cell where 154.55 is being written? Simply select the cell, make it as the active cell. One method is you can go to the name box, click in the name box, type in the new name, say delivery C or delivery CHG. This is the name I am giving it, and press the enter key. It's been defined. Whenever I want to use this delivery charge, I can make use of this name. You can see in the delivery in the name box also, you can see the delivery charge being written instead of the cell coordinates. Second method for giving a name to the cell is you can select the cell in the formulas tab, and under your define name group you have something known as define name. If you click on define name over here, a small dialog box will open for you, and there are certain options which you can choose. For example, first one is name. That is, you have to provide a name for this particular cell which we are trying to name. Say this is special discount, so let's have it as special discount. Scope, it's asking to what all sheets or workbook your defined name will be available. I want this name to be available in all the workbooks. Then you can select workbook. If you want to use it only in a particular sheet, you can select any of these sheets from here. Let's stick with workbook. If you want, you can write in some additional information as comments which will be useful for you in future if you are again referring to the same sheet. Then you have refers to. Over here it will show you the selected cell. Like for example, I have selected this, so it is showing that special discount is the name being given to this particular cell B16. So it is defined with the name of your worksheet. That is, the name of my worksheet is P4 or part 4, exclamation mark, and then the cell address or your cell coordinates. Now keep in mind, whenever we are defining a name, it is the absolute name. It is given together with your $sign, and click on OK. Your name is being defined. Now if you want to see whether the name is being defined or not, you can again click on the formulas tab, and under your defined names group, if I click on this use formula, here you can see both these names, delivery charges and the special discount being defined. Now let's use it in some cell. Say I want to paste the delivery charges in this cell. place an equal to sign, go to formulas, click on define names. We will use it in formulas later on, just for the purpose of showing you that yes, it's been defined. Click on use in formulas. Say I want to use special discount, click on special discount. Special discount will appear for you and click on enter. You can see the value being placed in your selected cell. Let us now define a name for a range. Say this price is over here. I want to define a name for this particular range. Make a selection, go to your formulas tab, click on formulas tab and define name. Click on define name. Same dialog box will open where you will be asked to give a name. By default, whatever column you have selected, the topmost is being given as a name for you. You can always change. Scope, whether you want it to be available in this workbook or any other workbook, you can give a comment, plus the range which you have selected. Here we have a range C3 to C13. So that particular range is being shown with the help of a marching ants. You can see over here. If you want to modify, you can definitely modify either from here, or you can go to the sheet itself and modify from there. Click on OK. A range is being defined. Anytime I want to use this range for the purpose of calculation, say I want to calculate the total price or the sum of the price of all these items over here. This is a small example where we can always define a range, but take for example a sheet which has n number of data, a very large sheet where you cannot select the coordinates or where you cannot make the selection of all the cell ranges. It is very useful in those cases. Let's use it in the formula. Equal to, I want to calculate the sum, parenthesis. Under your formulas tab and define names group, you have use in formulas. It's been highlighted. Click on this drop down arrow. You can select which range name or which cell name you want to use in your formula. I want to use price over here. Click on price. You can see the selection around over here in price with the blue highlighting. Close the parenthesis and press the enter key. You got the answer over here. This particular range is being used in your formula for the purpose of calculation. This was an example where we made the selection and then defined the name. Without even making the selection, you can define the name also. Say for example, I want to make use of this name column over here for the purpose of creating a range name. Go to define name. Click on define name. Give a name, say product underscore name. I want it to be available in all the entire workbook, in all these sheets. Give a comment. Now by default it is giving you this coordinate over here, your current sheet name and E15 wherever your current or the active cell is. It is in E15. You can select the range from here also. Just click on this arrow which is pointing up. Now go to your selection. I want to select this. Just select it the way you normally do. If you look at the new name box over here, you can see your cell range. You can also manually type in the cell coordinates over here. That is fine. That is up to you. Once your selection has been made, you can always click on this drop down, the arrow which is pointing down. This range has been confirmed and click on OK. You can see if you use this drop down if you use this drop down use in formula, you can see the product name being defined. Anytime you want to make use of the product name anywhere in your sheet or on a new sheet, you can always do that. Say this is the price list for the first quarter. I want to create a new list. Instead of making a selection, copy and pasting, I just can go to define use in formula and make use of the range name formula there. Say I select a new sheet over here, go to use in formula, select product name and press the enter key. You have all the names in front of you. Let's go back to our sheet, part 4 over here, and see how. Now till now we have defined a name for the cell, we have defined a name for the range over here, making use of the define name option over here. We have seen how we can use it in the formula. Now once it is being created, let's see how we can manage it, how we can edit or delete a range name. In your formulas tab, under define names group, you have something known as name manager. Click on name manager. A dialog box opens for you where you have the option of creating a new range, you have the option of editing the existing range, or delete. You can also delete the range. Plus you have some filtering options over here. We'll discuss it later. Say I want to remove this particular cell name which we have defined over here. So let's work on with deletion first. Select the name and click on delete. It will ask you whether you want to delete this particular defined name. Click on OK. Now keep in mind, if you are clicking on OK, it will only remove the name. Your data on your worksheet will remain intact. There will be no changes on those data. Click on OK. Your name has been removed from the name manager. You can no longer use the special discount name, the defined name. Click on close. Your data is intact. It is already there in your worksheet. Let's go back to the name manager, and this time let's edit. Say let's edit our price range name over here. Click on edit. The same dialog box will open for you. If you want to give it a different name, you can give a different name. You want to change the cell coordinates, you can change the cell coordinates. You can use the arrow keys, or you can manually type in the name. Say I want to change it. Let's change it to this one. You have to first delete it, equal to, and then make the selection, a new selection, and click on the drop down. Now your range will be from C3 to C11 instead of C13 as it was, as we did it earlier, and click on OK. Your changes has been made. Another thing which I would like to discuss is, if you click on edit, whenever you are making a change to the existing name, you cannot change the scope. If you want to change the scope, you have to create a new range altogether, a new defined name altogether. That cannot be done from here. So what we can do is, let's cancel this. If you want to have this price available only in part 4, what we can do is create a new name, say price underscore, say new. I want it to be available only in part 4, this particular sheet. Make a selection and click on OK. You are done. You have delivery charges, you have price new, and product name, and click on close. Now let's try, and now if you observe over here, the total price is automatically changing because we were making use of this price in this particular list, so it will automatically change. Now let's use this range over here. Say use in formula this price. You can see the price over here, whatever selection we made. Let's use the other one, price new. and press the enter key. You can use it over here. Let's go to a new sheet and try the scope of these defined range names over there. Let's go to sheet 4 over here. Now under your formulas tab and define names, click on use formula. If you look over here, the price new is no longer available because we defined the scope of price new as it should be available only in part 4. So you cannot make use of that particular name over here. All the other names are, and names of ranges and cell names are available. See, you can see over here we have these datas. So in part 4 we have discussed how we can define a cell and a range name. Once a cell and a range name is being defined, how we can use it in a formula, something like this, and we can even edit and delete the defined names using the name manager over here. In the next part 5, we will discuss conditional formatting. Thank you.